defensive support ultimate is going to be worthy. eUnited using one weapon in their arsenal there. Vallutaja wants to try and initiate in with the pulse bomb. Bit of a late kill down to hymzi. His team's going to be roaming in as well. Mafu has to get shielded up. He's eating a lot of spam, and that's going to be the call there. sharyk wants to try and claim the kill onto him as he leaps into the inner area. Attack visor from uNFixed now going to be popped off, but it is going to be the Transcendence in response to that. Ninjas in Pyjamas just trying to heal themselves up. It's going to be the Graviton Surge actually connecting onto two of them. Kruise and sharyk in a bit of trouble. Zappis does have the damage to finish him off, but the promo rage was popped off onto sharyk in the meantime to keep him nice and healthy.
Cyber may use that as Morte as well just to keep his team healthy, but the problem is you do have an Earth Shredder ready for Fragi. Fragi to actually stop them in any sort of way, but vallutaja comes in for the backside. I believe their Shredder was consumed there. Yes, it was. I don't think any real kills came off the back of that in particular, but now 60 seconds remain. hymzi still looking to zone people, at least vallutaja off towards the right-hand side as that recall's going to come into. What are the chances they can actually pull this off?
I think there's a really big chance they're gonna pull it off. It's just landing that the barrage like alone without any support ultimates or anything to help him really. It's really hard to do.
Kruise going to be using the barrage there. Yeah, doesn't get quite the maximum value out of it, but uNFixed is in the high ground, does claim the kill onto mafu. Trading equally. Boombox also trying to clutch it out for his team. Positioning from Nip, not quite there. The overtime taking down hymzi. Is on a bit of a flank though. Finds the hook onto uNFixed, brings him down. Still 2 ticks almost on the board here for eUnited. hymzi now moving on. He's got the whole hog to pop it off. Team's just waiting patiently. Goes for the hook. Doesn't quite work out for him. Is most likely going to fall. He doesn't want to try and heal up. Vallutaja bringing them both down. Claims a triple kill in the end. The overtime will cap the point up here for eUnited.
So I'm curious here, TakeOver, because we saw in the fight before this one broke out, Boombox initiated
50 seconds on the board. Is that going to be enough time?
Well, we'll find out. This is actually where things get really interesting because NIP have no support ultimates to stop Kruise and the Dragon Blade from coming through. Just as we talk about, he gets himself a double kill onto mafu and hymzi. That's going to be easy pickings for him and his team, and that should be eUnited getting the second checkpoint here in just a few seconds.
That is lovely. Still a bit of contention happening from Zappis, but that will be the point going to Ninjas in Pyjamas, or eUnited, I should say.
They're trying to hold him.
And instead they get another fight because of that.
Oh, sharyk's going to use the primal rage to try and keep them locked in. eUnited also have the sound barrier currently initiated onto them. Kruise going to be using the Dragon Blade as well, just trying to slice and dice them down, and he will with the Swift Strikes, claim 2 kills for his team.
Well, let's see if it's going to be enough, though, as you do see NIP going to be respawning in momentarily. Overtime has not ticked down, or at least ticked up to that position, which means NIP are going to be back even quicker. The payload only 4 minutes away from actually pushing back in. They're going to still stagger as many people as they possibly can. Kruise will switch over to Widowmaker as well to provide some support from long range. And Morte picking up a double kill will allow eUnited to finish off the map with 1 second.
Clutch.
Even though you're losing players, doesn't mean that you're actually out, because you can really hold your ground as long as you're trading. As long as there's trades, you can still win the fights.
Okay, well, it's going to be the first kill. First blood at least going to Ninjas in Pyjamas on this attack. They bring down sharyk, the main tank, and suddenly there's not really a foothold for eUnited to hold onto. Nip have swarmed all over the point, still haven't claimed the tick yet. hymzi going to be trying to keep them locked into their own spawn room as it stands. Still getting contested for now. I'm not too sure if they have secured the tick or not. I think it might just be over the edge for him. So it's a decent push so far by Nip, and they're finding the frags to follow suit as well. eUnited look like they might try and recontest. uNFixed coming onto the high ground here. Fire Strike will not connect onto him, but he's in a bit of a sticky situation. Zappis trying to run him down, but regardless of that, the point will be moved.
Ninjas had a really strong first engage.
Oh, Zappis might have a bit more off than he can chew there. There's going to be trying to go onto sharyk here. sharyk on about half HP, but
really?
What? Really?
Misfits. C9 Misfits.
Oh my god, okay. They cap it up, the second checkpoint going to be going their way. It's a bit questionable there. Ninjas in Pyjamas thinking that the payload just doesn't exist for a few. Above with the tactical visor. Doesn't get what he was looking for, but he forces out the sound barrier at least, and that's going to be doing a decent amount of damage to Nip. Now eUnited with a solid defense. sharyk claims the kill onto mafu, turning this fight into a 5v6. hymzi going to get desuited as well. It's not looking good right now if you're a fan of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. hymzi might going to get brought down. Indeed, he does. All the ultimates being used here by eUnited to just secure their victory. Kruise even with the self-destruct into the tail end. The overtime ticks over, but it's too little too late, as Zappis will fall. The overtime will burn down to a crisp.
I think Ninjas did a mistake there by just going up main and not pushing through one of the sides, making flanks, and just making sure that they're like never just standing in a choke point and just spamming back at them.
And we're seeing hymzi play the hero that we know him from on his Roadhog here, which again, as you talked about, Sanctum, Nepal. You hook someone off, that's a free kill. I mean, pretty much you hook anyone in, it's going to be a free kill no matter what, even if you don't throw them off the map. But with the tank advantage, with the health advantage, as you're saying before, they're able to get onto the point immediately here. and be able to actually get the position that they want.
Wow.
But this also allows eUnited the chance to attack.
I guess ultimate, but it's so difficult against this dive comp when it's so spread about. Sound barrier now going to be used as well by eUnited alongside both sides using the support ults. Fragi with the Earth Shatter only connects onto one, I believe, onto Kruise, but that might just be enough for them. Morte, however, answers back. hymzi gets booped off by Morte as well. Ridiculous play coming out from eUnited. The overtime ticking down. They're going to claim round number 1 on Nepal.
That was such a Rorschach moment from the Watchmen, if you saw that. When they went out to Sharyk on the outside, like, all right, we got you. There's 5 of us, there's 1 of you. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? And he pops his Primal Rage, and they immediately turn around and run away, realize, yeah, we don't want Valo trying to get in towards the backline here immediately. Zuppehw already very low on HP, and Kruise actually chiming in with Boombox here. So you talked about Boombox being a little bit invisible earlier on when it came to Hollywood, but he's starting to shine here as we hit Nepal.
I really feel like he got in some, I think, a clutch Discord onto the enemy stand, and that just enabled the United to go really aggressively and find the enemies and Yara, aka Zuppehw.
Oh my goodness. Zappis just trying to get the executions on. He does bring down vallutaja with a clutch little headshot with the icicle, but eventually is going to get brought down. I'm not too sure about the Mei pick here, because running Mei against the dive never really works out well.
Goes up this round.
Right, well, Fragi does have at least his Primal Rage to stall for some time if they do need it. Both hymzi going down immediately here. That's actually a little bit of a misplay of NIP because they need to hold on to this point here to avoid eUnited from picking up a 2-0 lead here on Nepal. Mafu going to be knocked away and almost able to take down uNFixed, but eventually he's going to fall to sharyk here. Now zappis is just trying to stall on the point here where there's just ragey monkeys everywhere. Even some Lucio's dropping some beats, but Valo has that pulse bomb ready to go to throw into someone that they might not even need it at this rate because Kruise and sharyk have been able to chime in yet again. And I think lock down the second point of Nepal. eUnited, keep in mind, if they win this next map, eUnited go onto Shrine here to set things up with pretty much exact same composition from both teams in the past, as we're seeing Fragi on the Reinhardt this time. And sharyk, tell us your thoughts on this, because he's flanked entirely around NIP.
And I really hope the NIP has noticed it, that the monkey is not anywhere to be found, so they had pushed aggressively, which they hasn't, and he just gets free, completely free on the both supports, buying enough time for the, hopefully the both of the DPS of
well, yeah, hopefully that would be happening, but unfortunately Zuppehw's got other answers to it. He's going to be answering back with a few more kills of his own. Evens it out in the end for Ninjas in Pyjamas to almost cap this one up. Boombox, however, finds the kill onto zappis, the Tracer Murderer. Searching for the pulse bomb as well. Vallutaja does get it, but he's eventually going to be brought down there by Mafu's Helix Rockets. Still, Boombox putting in the damage for his team. Oh my god. That is filthy.
Am I the only one that's tilted by the fact that Boombox, the guy's name's Boombox, and he's playing Zenyatta, not Lucio?
Going to be moving in with the own supportive ults, trying to basically take this fight as best as they possibly can. Dragon Blade by Kruise, collects 1 kill, even through it. Now it's going to be the attack visor used by Mafu as well, but he's so weak. Tranquility as well, the Transcendence, I should say, being used by Boombox, just trying to keep his team alive. Ninjas in Pyjamas just falling at the seams. It feels they've already lost 2 members of the team. Primal Rage is going to be used to try and stall out this fight for as long as they possibly can on the side of Fragi, but the cap time already 3/4 of the way for eUnited. It's a triple kill in the eliminations factor for uNFixed. The overtime ticking down means eUnited, most likely here, going to be taking Nepal.
All right, so eUnited going to be ranked 2nd out of their groups. That means they play against the winner of the Cloud9 versus Movistar Riders match. That'll be happening after this one finishes off.
Yep.
United did
Not
a
an easy
really
match.
good push then.
Go on, explain.
They did a really good push where Kruise
To his side, actually going to help not just the tag team together, but you can see the damage being done to sharyk as well. But Fragi getting a little bit overconfident here, does get bursted down in time. I think maybe a hack came in or something because uNFixed has switched over to Sombra.
Indeed he has. I was waiting to see if they would go for the attacking Sombra play. We've seen a few teams do it so far. Still going to be trading evenly here, buying the frags for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It's going to be Mafu just running around, trying to hunt for it. The point is being played, still not actually a single tick on the board just yet for eUnited. Switching rounds.
I was about to say, it's got to be uNFixed because they don't see anyone. It's got to be him stealthed up, but he does get the hack onto hymzi, forces the D-suit as well, and I think eUnited have taken the point on the first attack.
They have indeed, and uNFixed now built up to 70% of his EMP, which is most likely going to be 100 when they're leading into this last attack. Attacking this last point at least now. Ninjas in Pyjamas, they need to be setting up. They have no ultimates to work with. Boombox already has his Transcendence. So the ultimates have been built up by eUnited in the meantime. sharyk collects the first kill. Vallutaja with the pulse bomb. Are they falling at the seams here? Still holding onto this Dragon Blade. Kruise now opting to pop it off. Transcendence was used, however, so we can't quite find the damage. We're going to be putting in a lot of work for his team. Brings down Zuppehw, now the EMP just to follow it up. It's going to be a self-destruct as well. Brought into the back lines. hymzi does collect consolation kill, still contesting the point up. Already gained 1 tick down. Sound barrier is going to be used as well by eUnited just to really take the longest fight they possibly can here. hymzi's going to get not quite hacked up here, but he is going to get de-suited out of the mech regardless of that. And eUnited, they have the man advantage here, Jason, to take the fight even further forward.
They do.
And defend against it.
I think Ninjas really want to look here into just basically only using the visor.
Ooh, okay, hook from Kruise finds an opening, but he's probably going to pay with his life. Indeed, he does. However, the point is being played. Boombox as well, just providing the support. Mafu, he pops off the tactical visor. He still has it, however. I believe it didn't actually get used in the nick of time. They burst him down quickly and efficiently, however. Still, eUnited moving even further forward. 2 ticks on the board. Still so close to getting it. They're going to try and use the nano boost now onto Mr. Zappis to try and tag it up, but it's not going to be working out for them. And the point will go to eUnited.
That shield, and that gives opportunity for Boombox to just land that bio grenade, but now pushing up main, trying to get direct up to point here. Fragi trying to facilitate this one. Pops here, shutter down, catches onto it looks like one. Eventually the charge comes through to take down sharyk. And they also have the position, most importantly.
Okay, they've used actually the nano boost there onto Kruise. He doesn't have a blade to work with. Transcendence from Nip is going to be keeping them alive as well, and they've still got another support order if they want to rotate it around. Here comes the tactical visor by uNFixed, but zappis with the post bomb brings him down before he can get any damage done with it. Surely Ninja Pyjamas holding them here. 1 minute 30. So much cap time already for eUnited. They do not want to give this up, but it looks like Ninjas and Pyjamas are coming out on top. My goodness.
eUnited really misplayed there. It's really hard for the Tracers to actually do it.
So this should allow NIP to potentially get towards the high ground control eventually, as we do see or hear zappis back on the point yet again. Going to be attack visor popped out and responded by Transcendence, but now Kruise trying to pop his blade to really do something about this. Won't have the opportunity. The self-destruct should at least chase him away for now, but no kills going to be netted off the back of that. sharyk below half HP, but he's the only one on the point actually trying to contest, trying to buy some time. It's finally NIP do start picking up kills.
Absolutely, they're working into the tail end of this fight right now off the back of it, still holding onto the high ground as well. Zappis assisted with the Discord orb. Zuppehw going to be putting in work, claiming the frags. 2 ticks already, almost free. No contention whatsoever from eUnited there. Ninjas and Pyjamas securing out the map, and they've got a minute on the clock to work. Ninjas and Pyjamas have got to get their feet running now onto this point. Going to start playing it again, just rotating all the way around, playing it nice and patiently, trying to get the better positioning. And this worked last time. They got it in the first push in the most recent time when they were attacking on Hanamura. Already 1 tick on the board. eUnited not in a position to try and contest. They're still holding onto the high ground. Is this going to be a second tick? It is indeed. Zappis following up with the kill onto Boombox in the back lines, meaning they're losing a bit of utility as well. Mafu just laying down the damage. Zappis putting in the work as well, and it will be them capping it up for 30 seconds now to assault this. Kruise in the back, just trying to delay as long as he possibly can. They're losing a lot of players here, but eUnited, or Ninjas and Pyjamas I should say, have 20 seconds to attack this last point.
It was really good of Kruise to actually get those picks off, because now, as you can see, it's only 13 seconds left, and they're only now getting through the first choke.
Stagger point's very important. There's 7 seconds on the board here, and they might be in a sticky situation. Need to get onto the point. Are we going to be Fragi resorting to the charge? No, it's going to be the Transcendence. Going to be keeping them alive for now. Ninja Pyjamas trying to take this fight into the overtime. Haven't quite secured the take. Mafu going to be leading it in. Kruise though with the Dragon Blade, putting in a lot of work. Puts in the damage into Fragi, forces him out of the fight for now. The Discord Orb as well, going to be assisting him in that regard. The kills thoroughly going in eUnited's favour. They've already picked up 3, uNFixed, completely uncontested into the high ground with the tactical visor. A last-ditch effort comes out from hymzi as he lays down the self-destruct. But I think this is going to be, once again, too little too late as eUnited claim it the defense.
It would have looked very, very differently if Kruise weren't able to secure those 3 kills on their first point. As now eUnited managed to get their hold up.
Just yet, Nip doing a decent job of basically trying to hold this, but the more they hold this off, the more it's essentially just a battle of attrition for eUnited to work in, and uNFixed almost has the EMP as well.
He's actually getting some decent hacks off too. Most importantly over to hymzi with Fragi down, or not Fragi, with kynnel down. They've lost out on 1 major support, which allows Kruise a little bit more freedom, especially when it comes to diving in towards, you know, the only man here who can do any sort of healing. It's Zuppehw. That's the EMP going down. I'm not sure if it really connected onto anyone, but nonetheless, hymzi secures that first kill. And Valo with 6 HP. He does have the post bomb, but he just needs healing. He's spamming away, but he still picks up the kill. And this is going to be eUnited taking that first point.
Yeah, this is a very sticky situation. Nip aren't going to be in a position to try and defend this. They're just running down these remaining players. And the later these kills are, the better it is going to be for them. Still a bit of stagger coming out there to the tail end. Zappis going to be running into them as well. Just wants to respawn with the rest of his team. eUnited will get the cap here. And I believe they've got, what, 3 minutes to work with now? Indeed they do. And they've only got to get 1 tick.
Throwing away the snowball potential. It really just feel like eUnited just completely misplayed it, or they just didn't really want to bank on this snowball.
Kruise moving in, he pops the Dragon Blade off, finds the kills where they count. Fragi meanwhile just taking a little trip down under as he just charges away from the rest of the team, and eUnited just thoroughly winning this fight out. They're capping it up all the way. Fragi lays down the Earth Shatter, but the sound barrier and the EMP will be used in conjunction with another. So eUnited going to be taking this point. 1 tick almost along the way. Well, uNFixed, I should say, just getting the hacks off as well. The post bomb will get the D-mech as well. Vallutaja putting in the damage, and there you have it. eUnited going to be taking Hanamura away from Nip.
I feel like this got on the same targets.
Here we are, eUnited looking for an opportunity to defend this with vallutaja. The post bomb will collect it. Kruise as well, finding kills. So sharykan's going to be bringing down Zuppehw with the swift strike, trying to put the damage round. The collapse is definitely there for them. Now Fragi behind enemy lines lays down the earth shatter, and it's a big one at that. It's connected onto multiple enemies. Can they find the follow-up though? Boombox is still waiting, lurking in the back lines, trying to put in that early damage. Almost like the 4th DPS player in certain circumstances. And uNFixed has been brought down by hymzi as well. This card is possibly moving forward for Pyjamas here for Boombox. That was clutch. Finds a transcendence to clear this off. He pops it off in the nick of time, and now eUnited's going to be moving back into the fight to try and take this.
Let's see if they do have anything else to follow up with. Valu only at 60%, so no chance for that, but they've been able to at least hold NIP back in the meantime. So have to regroup up and look for another way to attack someone. That's going to be another hack coming through. And not to mention the EMP for uNFixed ready to go. He does escape in the nick of time. And as uNFixed saying, he wants him to use it. There it goes.
Self-destruct used as well at the same time though, and it is going to be the cap there for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Didn't play the point. eUnited just letting it. The bubbles in the way, does get brought down. Post bomb sent down as well. Doesn't connect. Gets booped off there as well. Fragi in a dangerous situation. No heroes coming out on him. Is he going to be laying down? He is getting the earth shatter down. Does bring it onto sharyk. hymzi with the self-destruct as well, brings him down. Sound barrier going to be used to try and prolong this fight out. Nip, though, using a lot of ultimates to clean this fight out. It's so close. Post bomb by vallutaja, not going to be connecting, but he might actually get the kill. Sleep dart misses from the side there, but the damage is done. And Nip are going to be able to cap up this second checkpoint. Fire strike sent out, just whacking him, isn't he? Look at him. Look at him go. Still the point being played. Overtime going to be ticking down now. 4 seconds here. sharyk moves into the back. It's going to be the soundbar used by Nip to try and prolong the fight for as long as they possibly can. Nip putting in damage. Overtime taking over. Nobody's on the cart. Nobody's on the cart. Oh my goodness, Nip.
C9.
Nip 9.
I'm glad you said it.
Nip 9.
Nip 9. Oh boy.
Feels bad, man.
Wonders on him as his team are just working around him and putting in the damage where he calls it. Look at those damage. The orbs popped out from this man is ridiculous. Now here comes the Transcendence as well. Just trying to keep them alive. sharyk using his own pummel rage just to bring this fight into the tail end. Just trying to push the cart neatly into the doors. hymzi is one of the last remaining members of the team, and he's going to get Helix Rocket down in the end. zappis is going to try his hardest to contest, but 30 seconds on the clock. They will be able to cap it up and at least get this first checkpoint.
I didn't see exactly, but I'm pretty sure that was kind of a waste. Not blade, but just the blade coming out, and they really need to be looking to get a lot of value out of it. Otherwise, they're probably going to get held here.
Boombox found the opening as well, though, and Kruise has the Dragon Blade. Here it comes, trying to put the work in, finds the slice, and he does bring down Zuppehw, gets the second one. Morte following up, Kruise on an absolute mad one, just clinching it for his team. There will be the checkpoint for them. Not quite in the overtime, I believe. No, just in the nick of the overtime, but still 1 minute 30.
So the blade ready to go. They're just trying to bait out the soundbar. Has finally been used, which is because of Kruise did pop his blade. But gets to kill the mafu. That's going to be a big man now. Now the Transcendence going to be popped as well to keep them healthy. And so looking for this final push with a couple meters left to go. And uNFixed secures another. Valu's looking for this kill on the hymzi before the D-suit or the resuit comes back in and he gets it. And now NIP with only 3 men up. I don't think they have enough to hold eUnited back from stopping them.
And there you have it.
4-0 in the